James McPherson was a prisoner on St Helena Island, but he was also a renowned bushranger.
Quite a glamorous prisoner, more of a highwayman. He was a bushranger. He stole. And he'd repeatedly do the same crime.
A lot of his time was spent around Gin Gin and Gayndah, around that area, and he held up a lot of the mail coaches. He was always armed, and so he held them up. He would look through all of the letters, which always contained money and jewellery, and he took out anything of value.
On St Helena, he was also a colourful prisoner, probably because he was more intelligent than the men who were guarding him. He could write, and he was published in many papers, and he wrote poetry.
He basically would have been in this cell block area because he was basically an early prisoner in B Ward. It was only a few months after he arrived that he decided he was leaving. Him and 5 other men, 4 of whom were bushrangers similar to himself, decided they didn't like the prison life and wanted to head out. And so at dinner time one day, the 6 of them, when the main gates were opened to allow the evening meal to come in, the 6 of them simultaneously rushed at the guard that was at the gate, overwhelmed him, and went through the main gate and headed straight down the road towards the jetty and the scrub on the southern end of the island, where they felt they had their best chance of escaping. By the time they got down there, within 20 minutes, 5 of them had already been caught because really it was so open and so expansive that it was really hard to hide. The 6th one managed to stay out for a bit longer, but Superintendent John McDonald was looking carefully, and he managed to find him and shoot that person in the hand and capture him at about 8:20 that night. So the big escape was quite a dismal failure in terms of it only took hours for them to all be collected back up again and returned. James McPherson ended up in solitary for 1 month, and that was pretty much the maximum that you could be given down in solitary confinement. It's dark, there's no wind, there's no air, you're on bread and water. So 1 month will really affect you physically and mentally. And so for him, for escaping, that was as severe a punishment as they could give him to try and deter him from escaping again.